Premium TV's Election Highway, coming your way live from the studios of Premium TV here in the Kuman Circle Station. My name is Agboja Kafui Joshua. Join us live on Facebook at Premium TV Ghana. Like and share this video and send your comments coming through. That is how you can be part of the show. We are also live on YouTube at Premium TV Ghana. Now, as the name pertains, Election Highway, this show is created purposely to get you informed on issues concerning election, or as far as election is concerned. We all know that we have less than 3 months to the December 7th elections, and so some issues have started popping up. That is what we have sourced out today to serve you right here on Election Highway. Now, joining me in the studios, I have Miss Philomena Ifuwa-Jabuajan here with me. So as Mr. Richard Atabuabeng is also helped me to help delve deeper, into the stories making headways in today's edition of Election. Now, some of the stories we'll be making mention of is just yesterday, Electoral Commission, spearheaded by the boss herself, Ms. Jane Aduque-Mensah, held an IPAC meeting in Accra, where they stated out the increment in the filing fees for presidential candidates and that of parliamentary candidates. And it has sparked mixed reactions. We'll be bringing to you how the discussion will go about later. And then some of the people who have started talking concern this increment in the filing fees as Hassan Ayariga. He happens to be the founder of APC, that is All People's Party. He is saying that this increment is unacceptable. And so if time will permit us, or if we have the opportunity, we will speak to his communications director, whose name is Francis Ansatemia, to hear from him himself what they make of this story, or what is their step as the Electoral Commission has brought this new increment. Now, away from what Mr. Hassan Ayaga has said, Kofi Passival Akpalo, who is also a nominee for the presidential seat, has also expressed his feeling. As for him, the 1 billion, which is 100,000 Ghana cedis, going for presidential candidate, he's okay with that. But the 10,000 going for the parliamentary is what he's having a problem with. He's saying it's too expensive, and so he doesn't agree with the Electoral Commission's increment in this filing fee. We'll also bring the discussion on that later. Now, away from there as well, we'll bring you the years and so far the winning manifestos from the history of elections. So we'll start from 1992. We'll look at the manifesto that have been winning elections so far and why they keep winning. What are the things they do that make them keep on winning the elections and stuff. Now, away from there as well, just recently, NBC and then NPP have brought out their 2020 manifesto, and then there happen to be some similarities, especially in the special educational sector of each manifesto. So we'll speak purposely about that, the educational sector, about that first, and then we'll look at the similarities, if it's indeed similar or probably there is a little bit of difference in them. We'll discuss that later on the show, and then finally we'll bring you what the Constitution also has to say. That is the 1992 Constitution, what it has to say concerning the education sector. You understand, concerning the education sector. As I said earlier, I can't do this show alone. You can join us live on Facebook at Premium TV Ghana. Bring your comments. That is how you can be part of the show. We're also live on YouTube at Premium TV Ghana. Like and subscribe to our channel over there and get notified whenever we post new. As I said earlier, Miss Philomena Ifuwa-Jabuajan is here with me, and so as Mr. Richard Atabuabeng is also here with me. Now, before we go for a quick break, I know we'll go for a quick commercial break, and then if we go for the break, we'll play some party songs. We'll play that of the NDC party song, then we'll play that of NPP's party song, and then when we come back, we'll look at first and foremost the presidential candidate to pay 10,000 Ghana cedis, which is old currency, 1 billion as filing fee, and then parliamentary candidates paying 10. Presidential candidates are paying 100,000, which is 1 billion old currency, and then parliamentary candidates are paying 10,000, which is 100 million for filing fee. Yes, and then we'll discuss that later. But before that, we'll take a quick break. As I said earlier, we'll play the party song. So when we come back, the discussion continues. Please do stay with us. We'll be right back.
wo free said ya omo ye omo niema kasa omo ka omo nduane a omo di ene omo amamre ankasa ene suatrama mmafo omo nsunya hwe ahantan dwa ene amaso ama yensunya bibia ya to ya mamre asairam empanifo ka sembi se urefri ukrom he aben a wo jira edwabo ase eno ntina Premium TV kofa buy ye de dwumedi on waso a ya to ne din se chirewa mamre wodwumedi so ye kokro bia so ye bobro bebi bia ewo ye bisa omoniema sadia omoka omonsam efa sadia omamamre eti ankasa ye wie ediaba studio ni abedwafo betena se atwetwe nkomo ede afa ho nya me de dwumedi ho kyia me ya me jesoa ne efuwa jaboa Jan meka chirewa mamra na wajesoa ma me se amamre ho hia Premium TV shaping global true culture.
If you just joined us as well, you are live on Premium TV's Election Highway, coming to you live from the studios of Premium TV here in Dakuma. But before, I forgot to tell you this one, that we will be, we'll actually have the opportunity to show you the years and then the winning manifesto and then the similarities right on this giant screen behind me, so you can have the opportunity to see that for yourself. Now, before that, let me quickly acknowledge my people here who are going to help me with the discussion today. I have Miss Philomena Fuaja. Let me go ladies first. Miss Philomena Fuaja is here. Mr. Richard Atewabeng is also here. So let me go to them and then hear what they also have to say first. And for Miss Philomena, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I hope you're doing good. Okay, yeah. So Mr. Richard is causing a distraction, but I'll take him off the set. Mr. Richard, I hope you are doing great.
I'm very well.
Okay, I like your seats too.
It's very nice.
Yeah, you look official.
Very expensive too. Yeah.
Where did you buy it?
Oh, it is from UK.
Yeah. I thought Psycho Ben would have been.
I don't buy.
Yeah. So Miss Philomena, let me start with you. Yesterday, Electoral Commission held an IPAC, which is an Inter-Party Advisory Committee meeting in Accra yesterday, where they put to us that there's going to be an increment. And they're not knowing to us this increment has been happening yearly or every election year. They increase the fees for filing of the nomination fee. They increase it. And then if you remember, somewhere in, let me quickly put this to you, somewhere in 2012, unlike the 2012 election in which presidential candidates were made to pay 10,000 as filing fees, the EC increased the amount to 50,000. So presidential candidates were paying 50,000 in 2012. But this time around 2020, they are paying 100,000, which is 1 billion. First and foremost, what do you make of this increment?
Sure. Medas, Wakunya Sunko, dear mammy. Messai Mada Asher Fosso Assay. Omuni way in Nihon, Brano, Omo, and Munyata, Jinya Bretinas, the shame. It is a Betinas name, your Modiana say. You know, more didn't just that pace, and come Obipia or show me, Titrum Papa will be dying, but it was a baby. I don't know more Bunty and the Medas of Tam. Now, when you are Bema. Sika semi-presidential, sika sama mutuatua, and so it me. I say, woo, fakra takra, woo, yama, ben young polo, woo, fakra takra, be mubia best contest beer. Sika a chum de yana es. Na a ya, a prebiano, increments na yan a dose to a dose, cost 100,000. You did few as 500,000. Baby, your master whom Cecilia and the edge of money, dear. Almost say, dear, I didn't want to know. The names of the Shishinefa. Yes. Your titty jam on the names of the Shishinefa. You have a piece of money, so no, and a name said, dear. Is it Casamna at tear or no with Tina Musa? All those a beer who has under one craponia, but still that's all. It's a big Jessica Husana, a yana a hard drink. It's a best as your mammy say, a bear, and can I enter 10 year muscle. Yet 10 year muscle may be waiting. I don't know, man, people near this to meet China to see you. Was it the air costly? Or be a baby China back, whom you know me as I am to a man of that's nanny baby. Woman. You better make a better baby now, Sicanian so sad, and can profit baby me about the China prayer being your nache. A more bit me at not prayer check. I'm a head and can't tap we bet one woman. and then I bet 1 more. And so said this kind of student or Baba Kummy and Saka Papa is in the or what tonight you might baby on party tea. Siketini Sikasaya Basa on Pehal Beer. Service Gasaya, who disicate Gusano Faso dia aya, no where is a dear Quack when the same, who disicane but Wunya Bano, and it does show 1 month at the end when 50 cities I say, don't have a job, and it does will be a man, not at the Bachenia Santum, and the next day I sound to your 2 days like a tour, Bebre Benny and Yatuso, the best mamma says a brilliant Susana, a young woman to move a brie. Now you walk more Benya Sassicano, you were most on Sicasemo, a Miss Sudasa, Ubeka Trust a Usican Swan, and Mamma standing in the sun, or be apre, or money a tino mina, or moba, some of Babestan, it's a many swan, made a mess, mammy say, a mammy Mesa, a young wanted 10 year muscle, it's a bayan Kissicano, woman and Bella from Kakra.
Okay. I'm called Mr. Richard is one also the son also who incrementing now, but it's Mr. Richard incrementing. Who want to say?
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank our viewers and our listeners who are watching us live and also listening to us this very afternoon. And you see, Sikasemia Eba is very appalling. And what I would say is, Electoral Commission was saying, despite everything, they should have looked at the era that we are in now, because now we are in COVID-19 pandemic era and things are hard. Things are not really in a normal process. I think one should be a crano. Nanka, I was say almost sa adieno. And I face Electoral Commission for baby no, so I do agree with them because Sasa can be an way easy a day printers are ballot papers, ballot box, you may give a fair election who be Sikawe number you saw or Monday a sadian. And one thing that you have to also look at Ubagan, it seems that we are practicing multi-party system, but directly we are practicing two-party system because if it's not NDC, it's MPP. If not NDC, it's MPP. Why? Because almost finances is very good. Do you understand?
Compared to the other political
parties. And until Abrebia na MPP, NDC, MPP, NDC since 1992. It has been these two political parties and a rainy. I say a classical Madrid ne Barcelona. What the American say? And you know, Sadia Koyano Uniska Wabomu Nechawado. What you say? Intina always be an acquire MPP and because Umusika say and even Oko football Ukraina teams are almost Isikayan and the team top players I can see Emutimisia kind. It would be back among Semuswa sanity. Usika Semia, one Musika Semia, never trouble away. How are you going to manage the affairs of this country? And no one that said Omobet Naswa a whole lot of corruption in scandal, of course, because Uncle Tiasa 1 billion. Na yam to abamano me o mampani na afi ni pay afi bi be ma no wo fi se betimi aso 1 billion no nti no fa be ni Ghana fo bi kase mo beti wo mo ka ye sana ya na mprimpi no mo ka what you say but obi a o mo enenim the Electoral Commission ka despite everything I think say they should have look at this COVID-19 era nanka o mo timiti tiska so but then o mo na o mo ye comes from independent body. What you say, you know, I think say Omona and a quite which minister as first. But I think say there has been a whole lot of agitation by the other political parties are Omo HSS, he cannot so in the Bayanka, Omo NT Scanosukakra. But you will hear MPP and NDC complain about this. Because if you look at the kind of gurus or party, if you look at MPP for instance, I want to you see. If you look at Canada, Japan, one was Scano, NDC were the same thing. Adepo Kamu, or what a what is Sammy and Fumo. Scaffold party, never be saying one. And for financial party in India is very easy for them because they are working as a team. So when something like this happens, I don't think say it is the flag bearer only who is going to pay this money. It will come from the coffers of the party. Okay. You understand? It's party depend on person push you or push you. And no one that said you will see say why align itself with family members and those kind of things. It's a nepotism because nipa na the sika boy pushy party no e ma party no e begina pempen so bi wa betina part ya the person deserve the position instead of you also at least
first and the question be ni bi di sika boa ya oboa no me de sika yi boa no so ba bendo ma wa boa ma betumi nya bebi agina definitely sika no de aboa ni nti oba man bebi atena yeah obaman bebi asentina ama yo fie ni ade ya first e ho no ni nyina da ada na ebusuafo menua wei wate ase ebusua tentente obekọ me na president ana say ayi obi parliamentary candidate bi o ho no ne hu ni pe o ho no nya asem ketwa wo ho ntine sa na ade ne peye se ko mo je o mo de doso ana se ya sha ya che ni ya NPP NDC o mo na be o mo be gina abengbe mu am be compete ya gusi emra ya ka se be mu se ya bre ko so mo na mo scam omo echire sika ne so obaba akumie ni cause me ba betu asa sika bebrebe na at the end of the day be bo abani aka chem single one zero what if you akuma be oya next time mo mba bio e ba de sa improfo mie no ye kom ho asa ma ye ko mie ni omo na mo bedi oman yi so nti de anya ye mpa wo mo ho se de aye ntine afoforo ntimi de te be fo mo sala abrabo so de ofa ne sala so ye wo sala nti Ghana nyema bi wo ha ye ma mi je mense ye won hwe no tete so ma ye on to said the Amakasa, you need to see can ballot boxes near the day, and one on to toto. Now, so on share baby and pepper swa, or what to do a boy and papa no me, and near man when no obedient to me, Fabi, obedient to me, and be competing in the sadia, a bear come and say, and the sad, never cause why this caputia can sit there. You know, ya anymore, no one, and best baby, so sad.
But Osha, a year could feel passive, but no, a year found out. Liberal Party of Ghana LPG. Me friends there, me LPG now was thinking say liquefied petroleum gas me a chair school. I didn't know that was Liberal Party of Ghana. I don't just say as presidential candidate there, sir 100,000 which is 1 billion. If you are worth your salt, you say he has no problem with that. But about the parliamentary side now, he has a problem. Like I say, everyone filing for parliamentary seats should pay 10,000, which is 100 million. Hold on, the problem. Only me, say as presidential, the ODA and so far normal say 1 billion. You should have the strength to pay that. But parliamentary corner, he has a problem. Like only me,
quite be soon many yachi. Quite be soon many yachi. Quite be soon many yachi. Cause baby, I must only problem with baby. Me friend say, on only be no only baby, all printing or show only problem. Baby, on only painting or show only problem. Now, so who soon calls to swear and what you see, who play a pro call the brain also. I was someone said, maybe one more who play be ya take us and I also had the baby phone. Nisa ukasa parliamentary ni diene no you okay presidential you okay presidential ni okay na say omo pray abendwo mo so obenya di pray bi wo hono mo ne say wo pray no ne dia no ne nya okay me ne nya adwen because
but sasa na ukwa can say o share NDC ni people musika into one money they're paying this 1 billion with something small yes into no like that's what he's also looking at and
na so wo hye ho no mo kwa bi ono so ne di oprinting na opese ye no so ne bia ye owo ye teso ma no na so ntimi nso nkwa nso na afoforo ni ngu ono wo kan no waka ma obi na ye hye mo a na ya consider mo nyina wati ase ye hye ani ahye obi ade so ye teso ye nti obi ade so ama ye nti ebi so nya bi nti mene na nya adwen fe bi mene na ya adwen fe bi so se o hye ono nko an ho dia o kasa mo ono an ho dia ndo ono kasa mbi na no kama no na so o kasa presidential side na so o kasa parliamentary side na the only problem mene na nya adwen
I call Mr. Richard also only akpalo ya adwen ono na chese easy for presidential it's okay 1 billion it's okay but they should review the filing fee for parliamentary candidates only ya adwen sir
you see I do agree with him because the money is too huge. Being the presidential and the parliamentary, the money is very, very huge. Why would you do that? Because this country, we can't do away with corruption. I'm not saying that I may support corruption, but then we can't do away with corruption so far as our politicians are concerned. If I'm able to 1 billion, what the MFA presidential at 720, and let's come to the parliamentary. How could 100 million for nomination, like filing fee, what I say, afi campaign obey my cars obeto my party members obemo musika mo makoye rallies right ni ade my enua no benu am medi my cars fuel obeto eti won wie na bi oboka close to 200 million what you say eti nipa say no obetena kudwan what do you expect of him even though the government will pay him all right but a fa baby no you could see say na kululu bi ni manema bi e koso what the mega nti enya nwa so ma we corruption adokre because mo carry obi na obedi dwa say o discuss business mu aboka no it will never happen what you say it no can we be na corruption adokro man because definitely my partner there was say me so no what you make na say yeah I was say me so make sure say calm boy any ade no. And we have a lot of people also supporting Sanko for no. And he found Ubenya Ska a day a teacher Sanko for Yaka. Have you got my point? Yeah, it's a banner, not I was said, he also only tries to be as any quite of a fast way, any dubious reason for Ubenya Ska. He has to do it and then refund the money to and conform one or man so eba abem. You know, being it the presidential, being it parliamentary, the money is too huge. It's too huge. So I think the electoral commission should review this thing again and then reduce the money for them because COVID-19 woman no amaniema aye basa musika sem ho aye den tibe yanka omo entities kana so you say other political party bia na ye ma omo bi chance bia omo betimi do ma yetimi akọ enwo be pronounce say da bia MPP NDC da bia MPP NDC you try other parties no every what you say
onya na ka wo hwe na nkeka ko be ko mai ni
akosi asem a wo kan bi ni ho ekeka se Ghana fo bi no se ono obi a wo bank keke kura na se wo go coast finance na wo no kura no wo de growth ka how are you going to manage the affairs of this country? That's what some Ghanaians are saying that and also can we be saying that we resign now can say on stand there as presidential. I don't know because
no ejuma won say it here now so say can any fibia can you no kwa manage.
Yes, he has board of directors
ni pabia omodana no nti ye hye nwamodie bi na epie mu ha cause dia oyi ni so ndan no bia wanya niema sade sefata.
I'm coming. I think when the MPP government decided to revoke the lines of some banks, yeah, I think they gave them some time. Say the more engineer reach here, more licenses in the budget. Yeah, any timeline. Some more engineer, more licenses in the budget. You know, we can't afford it if you want. We want to try to have a deal with two because we ready more mononanka. I think the entity type gonna come yes but or to the MPP for buy and say no, this kind of acting that we would like to implement instead of because even though some of the conform we are at the various banks no lose job but then economy is what you say more time you free liquidity yes I am one basic 7 in brand new memo baby and I decline and the moment take that kind of action what you say I think say issue no cry or court anything as woman cheers can member for no was 7 court and I didn't know some sign even though the customers are agitating but also solve court issue in and sana with me attending to the customers you know back with your media I'm running crab and a bitch
Philo my son brown channel bisa we after say easy for a IPAC meeting and run. And before I can say the reason tia or more edits are increment about just the increment now should do say Osha from 1992 to date it has been NDC NPP. According to the various political parties, what are they doing? They are sleeping into our parties now can also do. So now which can see Ghana we practice multi-party system, you know that is NDC NPP probably. But to say political parties they aspire for presidential aid. Also do also say because of say 80% more etes one I be kind of saying some should decline from aspire as president. Until now, what should I do? Upon us, there obi I went to make you be in a free service. When say if are not the increment, no, you always say increment na sabe.
Ne febi no so wakasem bebrebe. Na ye hye ne sa angle ne so a. E ba na say ye hu ni papa say yi si ye ne sa ye hu ni papa obetimi abebo man no.
If you can say, Diana Nipana, we in a film now or you serious.
Oh, Sani Panipola, your mind is shining, sir, and gave you a rock and Kuma, and you my poor bay, no bit me bet was for my. And say a cassette, say a shiny say, oh, Bia, easier, dean seer, or Mamma Sike, and why to me say, more percent for 4 on 1. A baby at Chin zero, a baby at Chin 2, a baby at China single one, a district Kakrakana, when you single one, one, Nasan for funny nisifum, a yen is saying any papa man and bamba ship or minus so, a banasakata, a shanny pro ya, a dear soup and meditate tenor, and one a bit dear so. And now dying on whatever banner, and one a bit dear to us, or be understanding. Sometimes you quack vote, nipper vote your money, anyway. What then which money you was be any one of my old dinner back as open the payers and said the TV nowadays who says to Sala, a banner Sala swa, no minor papa as I bar, nearly a queer brave Susa, a sick and near Baba you be put or near the Amay, not on Moko. In the say a catty a shessa angle on a cell, ye, the Sikaka see the say L to one among Crophobias for ma. And I wish I was a nipper say no, one pass about Ben, the man 1 woman from, and I said, she say, be better to herself. Say better to a baby, no way, your number be say ya.
No, let me. The electoral commission has its own way of disqualifying people because not too long. I think 2012. If you remember, the electoral commission disqualified so many political parties, including the wife of Jerry John Rawlings, Nana Kunedu. Omo niyama bi went near Mitia. Yama own contesting for the election, and a lot of political parties you home to Akonya, they are contesting for that election. But what I say be about when you're 2 when is sika and also one farm 2 when you're 2 so when you're 0 na say still now what do with media point be at the no say the mouse contested so many times when and a kufu and so say 3 times and son on also also that's what I say no matter what he will still contest one day no
say they be a easy no almost per se in esi form.
No, that is what people are thinking. That's not the main idea.
Bibi say, Ababi saying, you want me and rich ya. Say, baby, she was a baby who a baby 50 krano on my moon now.
No, a democracy anymore. Going to me as well being a zero. You don't know tomorrow. And they can't say if you don't meet this kind of or if you don't get this kind of vote, you won't allow you to contest for election again. No, or more ways are or more the sad, you know. I hope that they make an watch I say it, you know. If you're nipping on that piano, obey me.
Maybe I'll bet you have someone now. You try and hoot. You buy it and come and say, yes,
Baby, I will free. Said dear Omoye Omaniama, Kasa Omoka, Omundiania Omudi, any Amamre and Kasankasa, and this Yatrama, and my 4 Omunsunyashe, a hand time jar, any Amaswo, a my Sunya Bibia, Yato Yamamre Asylum, and Penny Focus send me say, Refu come here Abaya, was a jabase, and not in a premium TV cover by, a did you ready on a swa, Yatuni didn't say, Show a mamre. What you made you see a cockroach biaso, your bobra baby beer a war, your bisa omoniama, said your omoka among some effa, said your mamma etsi anka sankasa, your rear ediaba studio, ne abedja for but nasi at a train como, a day afaho. Near me did you made you what me, Midia me this one, efua, jaboa, Jan. Make a show a mamra, no what just swam, me say, a mamra, who Premium TV, shaping global, true culture.
that if you just join us as well, you are still live on Election Highway, coming to you from the studios of Premium TV here in Akuman Circle Station. Join this show live on Facebook at Premium TV. Like and share our videos and send your comments coming through every part of the show. We are also live on YouTube at Premium TV Ghana. Before we went to that break, Mr. Richard didn't finish what he was saying, so he will finish. So Ms. Philomena will also take over from there. So Mr. Richard, Pastor, try to come.
Look, as I was saying that the Electoral Commission can say if you don't get this number of votes, we won't allow you to contest again. No, a democracy now practice and not because democratic era anyway, and everyone has the right to contest. Number of times when Nipana will cause if you Nipana because I'm a papa, if you mean to say Papa say you do say no, I won't contest again. And the workers won't could be we do agree with you. But so because say Nipana this number of votes will be cast won't contest, you know, that's fair at all. Internally Electoral Commission or more Shana Sadi no more idea. Because yes, I net here, or one cast of requirements or when we see we will allow you to contest for the election. What I say, unlike MPP and NDC, Guru's room, Skawell, our party, Alan Cash, Mina, or what I say, and a beam in our session. You know, scattered the Massa, yes, MPP and NDC, or Mudia Bascasam, you will but the other political parties, Omuna, or more, what I say. They say, assume you know, Tokwa, Mure Wokona, the Hunaman, the end is an MPP. I don't think they will come out and then say this money is you. But if time goes on, if you only because it's going to be moved to bat. So far, they maintain say, yeah, I tell you, I can be easy for to listen to the radio on this one. It's kind of short of 1 billion. 1 billion Ghana cedis. Huge. 100 million.
Dia dream be a say truma e ya ye bibie wo se wo musadi ankem woni me dia say trim say parliamentary say presidential nipa na ba begina sikaka putin ye twa to no one man sika o tuente no ene no so betina benga mo betene ka se sa na tie no wo se ye tie cha sa na keka no ye ya dwenche no na sa na tie ni musa cause obitimi ko jessica putin say me di school la minim say me baby school na menya edwuma aye me ye edwuma na maka ko tia sa loan no enti wo so wo ba begina sa bendwa na be dibre na wo pre no ai no nti wo akọ jessica e won chenchen no so wonyanya sa bendwa na e de betua wo ka waketua na me expect say ka bia wo di bia o de betua e no man sika nti ye na se bia wo boka ba nti wo ba betene ka e no man sika na ba bete wo ka aya bia meti ha no me tax 10% no e na o de ba bete wo ka wo nti se won ka se wa pray gina bia wo pa fa wo sika na fakre wo
but you are at risk say bia wo kwaje loan ya okay na when nyam zo
wa so wonim risk no wonim se de tie
we has no risk, no reward.
When you said yes, and what was so what do you say? Chinebi, be an American, won't watch all of him, and what's my what if him, my dear Lucy, and what if him, Lucy, but what enough as I have him, no, Fetchia canoe. Sana didn't tell. Want to mean Cassin to know a poor on man away, then you be a wild bend now, sending you a one money tree, you know, one money check a crank, and yeah, not to mind secondly be the bad support. Yes, support the Sanya man. So what raging and one is a kind of swan. So the papa, Cassin, the new APC man, Cassin, say, yet to show mountain. Sapa Pepe. Nay, I tell you, that's a young to swam when I said the Tibiana show. No, what Jenny Salad, no, being no castle. Is it on the baby dress? Is as Canadian, nay, a meal. That she not just your fire margin. Oh,
Philomena Sambusa, because Osha from 1992 till date it has been NDC and NPP. Do you think, said this time around, other political parties they have a chance?
Sika putting ye dear to one, we are no catch was a chance in the Sikana Pratcha was a chance in him. A piano saw a bimukla, a physias, a casacase. A be a fias, a casacase. Was Ocean is called the Babel campaign, Ocean is called the Quacker rallies near the Adore rounds, Nase, or Shan, or Shini Padomo Dinature, or Besnanichi, Untina, a baby, a China and Pipini and Gisiana, or more honor. This I this can so sad. Yet is a kind of swamaya. And a Ghana for being the best I Jenny, near ye had dear friend people near this so I have to say, but you better try a man for friend, your woman for in Abba. gum om na gum APC NDC yakoma menim sa kuma APC brother say party just om na ne mu bia se de ni kire om a nke be hu yama me ekudonko oba ya ya ntopani nana e benye dwuma ye nua no bebrebe kuafo wasi
umpewe na ope
ene wo fie na poda ho ati ase nti the sample for ina ye sha e ka atoa mo na bibi bia e kam wo nti sika sam no kwa kire wo se de ade ne beko sika ne be kire wo se NPP be renew se NDC be renew e sika ene be kasa ade ese kwanche aze ye fa wo sika no wo ze ye sika yisu na omontimi 20 NPP ne NDC omo na be di no mo etwe no masandi ye sika.
Let me clarify this. Na yen asante for na bi ni mu bube na ya mu bube na chia no. Say we muni say kwanche ade ye fa this kind e no.
no
ka be na abosie ase e kwache ade ye fa e this kind e about abranch with say friend kwache.
Okay.
Na se wo ye mpasi ho ana se wo ya konwa si ho ana so ne san mi bibi ne siwam say yes. Akwa with talent. In fact, Yakopon to me adom achede pa. Enti no so ya de nesi wo sa na e fa. Before so won sabeti nya ka sa de ni bi no. Na unkura sika mu odu a untimi enkoto sa de ni ebi. Enti ni ese kwache ade fa. To aso mame.
Mutu. Yeah, kana kwanche na ze fa. Kana ze.
Esa so no odi si kwa ho nti no. E no mo ye no kwanchen. But the real name is kwache. Kwache ade ni.
Mo die no yes ye die. Sa pepe.
Ena
me be ha.
o correct say bia
Onya asantefo ne bube mfanefo mu be. Asantefo ne bube.
Enti Mr. Rich say na me busa fili. Apart from NPP or power and then the biggest political party in opposition NDC, do you think that the other political parties they stand a chance of winning this year's election?
Anything can happen.
It's messy. Come for you.
Generally, Embraning crab ya nebechere. You mean to me?
No, but in reality,
in reality, no shy.
Because for sure from 1992,
it is MPP NDC since 1992.
They don't stand a chance.
And I make us a Embraning crab ya nebechere. If you are not free, you never to me a train.
Wouldn't be yes, you need that so papa see.
What is it?
Shall send a baby yes. And one best was a send her what she said, you didn't my plan to a man. A courier to me 50, to me 60. To me, quite 100.
Any uncle baby, I'm patch 50, 60 in your uncle baby. 4,050.
And that's what I say. Naka and Kakanga can go 5 years, son. Air copy I am here, and for 5 years, in the corner shop. It's a baby, children. Never pass 1 yard and a bema won't come to do. It's a so young, but then can be children. Be a Ghana for the Yaba 2 my MPP and Disney. The best semi about so. Nti ebe sro mo so mo begina bengwa na eya mama be mu wusa mamu give up easily like that because we gina cha eno na be kire so obenya na se wonya e papa ekufa do o gina mpem mienu mu a nemle empresa so eno nyaaye na be mu bu ya kamini ni senke na oni e papa mahama e wo se kopani baby tina o hwe o se da bi me man ye chia e wo se be sambe straight no otina eche no hu so straight na be yi eni tina o samba power so oba aba be stand nti be se papa no se mo stand ba ku mi no a e mama ba mu mbu ntam sa e ba ne sa na mo ya ha e ni be di wetina se wo je yi ma na asade a
na say e wo obaye sa cause osha papa kwesi ndumia papa no say no a free meals my version I start to say contest sa yada e wan ka obeni
meko
basa ku
hwe wo pre bibia wo pre bibia so wonim sa de we wuhia emfa woni de obi be ka kire wo emfa woni de ebesie emfa woni de ebete wo kwan so wo be pre akwa akodru wonya sha ase ne ho ade obi na ka wo de wo sa to ablo wo aduane mu nkwa de obedi inti ne sa won sabe wonya sha ase ne de o se nka wo di kohwie e ba pa onya kokudro ni timi gina ye se o contest inti nya ka embrace na wo so on jai bibia all the same say PPP da so wo no o so wo pesa wo ngina bia no obetimi aba and obetina bibia kama sende wo no na benya e de akọ e bewe echi na ewi ya me ama ne sa so ya me sakra wie mu a na ne de han na to so yes wo mpa ase so betina benyu ma moti o makadia and your mom ma be ama bokasa ide and mo ba so ne suku dan kura mu nsi bi nsi ho o meti o moka ha kusi time a o meti ka ne wi anso ma show man nti wo sa ade ne botu see you free 3 upon them. Medini session with Musa. Medini session with Musa. Said the AI teaching, say as I quote for the door. Said the AI teaching, I join the session on Bengama, on Betty Sikasa. My Yanka Sabi, a strama, my name, a young papa, dear, this will be Musa. It is any see a day, Sikapotina, dear Babet, one or be a bet channel or Catasha pro. I fear bet to be a name of people for the Yaba. Yaba to be a fena, ever. Into no saying, I mean, do one for free near 2 million so more and hope and happy.
My members are very now young year and then winning manifestos, the main project was students now. I shall form should be. And to know, yeah, kind of so 1 billion Ghana cedis, I'm confirmed to you. Maybe I could generate. Can you go back to me? I say, oh, how could you see back?
No, I think this kind of thing, maybe a nipa opedi. I think second or third, the electoral commission, it is kind of half money. That's how it is. Okay. Yeah, but 4 fever one. I think a second input. So to me, bang, was a Ghana Hano. You use this system 50% plus 1. Before so you bet me I was about one way winning. There was a population between 50% plus 1 and sana what to be the Timia was up we we had I think 2012 yeah 2012 your core time some kaya na we share numbers na we are nanka ya pa but na 50% no be ntimi me ho it na we say kotoa ba no so na nya ansana it nya declare say we na say we ntino as a second I think say second as a third na dey omo chiska nim half na omo de efa amount but yeah that's how it is
mama can hear no
mama can dey oh I didn't see David omo kan electoral commission for policy
Gideon na mo no tui
electoral commission for policy tino esa eneti
to Gideon na mo na ye mo na no nche say
because one billion mood
it's very huge see
na wo dwe se papa no mo a omunya single one ya ade omu nim se omu nya na ya omu ba omu nim
because if you don't have money you can't do politics that's how it is you don't have money you can't do politics
omu nim na wo nya single one
within the party
ba be 5,000
within the party you go for forms as you that one is not easy and I think not too long ago NDC be have and go na parties for ne kase no the money is still huge in ade na electoral commission anka say party democrat mo kofa forms e bo na ede ni na electoral commission as mean no that's how it's supposed to be so
and almost akwa ya and conclude we won't me decide them on one bit me decided for themselves
autonomous yeah
okay into no you go moving on a free a year I back meeting ya and dry your class ya akoma any increments say be as market makes reaction between political parties and then it's ever moving on years and then winning manifestos into no producer so presentation here ready so presentation here ready best just some project okay into no yeah just say project we I was screen some but yeah moving on year and then winning manifestos mama in fact they no I was say and to Ghana yeah come one sem kaka sana projection I ready ya project here from 1992 mama in fact a number answer 1992 NPP on manifesto pages I won manifesto was 46 pages and NDC there 36 page manifesto internal I don't know all the time yeah manifesto but it looks like the lesser pages takes or wins the election. Why is first and foremost Mr. Why is it like that before saying various manifestos and then no more winning now why is it like that Mr. Richard let me start.
You see before cast we say or there is this adage that if you keep it grapes you see you get it one touch there's a sempite I mean cancer it you know and ya kasa be bila kasa said you do beji wa ya trema and I say we share work to e bi na so ba na so witimi for feeling nyina I didn't na Ghana for my chance to continue because a boy we share na no witimi up for feeling what they make can I say you know so we only keep to we na so ba na say if you are able to fulfill all your promises even when timi an nyini na about 98% Ghanaians will know say yeah this person is a man of his word so let's give him the second chance for him to continue. Do you understand me? And that's the reason why the lesser pages of manifesto have been dominant in our elections. Yeah.
And you know, what do you also think is the mastermind behind this?
So
When
the
you reach the idea.
kind of many yacht. So when you be a cassa be brilliant, memory. So party if you be one one, as a couple will say will be one one. Okoya, no car was someone, or be at the mom. Yen she more quack yen, sure better than a better panocuma so, and many this canama. Into the somupa, cacao becano. Ceremony and so bit me, ya baby, yakasa tintin, what should be one only part and nipple will to me, ya mammy. What should be one house, one sea. What you say?
One child, one classroom.
Walking. Say, and to me, ain't possible. Into the no. Because a cat baby, clown to me, yamma, because what I will say, one castle bit to me. With cacao becano. Ya wouldn't so bit to me. Church of poor, be now there to gun of winning. No woman said, ye be quama, when I cast a ten. Ya ten the eye and say, as ya tiable, into yet would ya calculate be pennant. Wait, dear, said the attendant, some woman yet, your mammy in a star. Won't say that way. Into the benny yarn solve a problem. Can't in so bit to me. Near more opinion, no idea, near shame. Did your queen no one went to me and you know to opinion. Sanity.
Yeah, projection. I mean, some forward. And I turned to NPP manifesto. No, it had 46 pages, and I ended the no now a war 36 pages into the 36-page manifesto. I will need election. About 1996, NPP had 46. I'm more retaining the same pages, 46. And NDC 40. One more than 35. And I almost had 5 election. They won the election again. And then 2000 thereabouts, NPP for at 2 with 2 pages, and I call 48. And I NDC for C. Yeah, so NPP can call 76 pages.
So what should that? What was share and went to me and you know the Biaka? What the body become was ya what the buy and what that? It's more like a crowd by other convince your mind. What the Kakana comes to a gun for you need a bar. It's a young one is happy, yeah, Tom. Yeah, Tom farmer. And to say the account say, a beat to snare beat them, a beat is winning a beat to Eddie Lucy, said the Atiano. A bit swap to swim in a pen, Julia can
okay, it's 2000 years, NPP for manifesto had 48 pages, and NDC 76. Into the NPP for election was with lesser.
It was a hand so lesser one after. Yes, for the third time. Yes. But here is different party. All right.
2004 election, no. NPP brought a 45-page manifesto. NDC brought 103-page manifesto. NPP 5 with 45 pages. So, over 2008 election now, NPP brought 64. As I know, their cost for election. NPP brought 64. NDC brought 97 pages, but almost over election.
That was the first time higher number of pages at every election. Yeah,
that was 2008.
And no can start from Bernie say, some for some back who may and say, okay, I'm on my share to meet me a yama.
Yeah,
Sana dinner papa.
Okay, now over 2012, the year NPP brought 116 pages manifesto. NDC brought 76, and then they won the election with 76.
97.
And I say,
I think that one is ready. So let's go to quickly and show it to our viewers and listeners who are listening to us live this afternoon. Watching as well. So if you look at the chart now, you can see that the years are there, the MPP is there, and also the NDC party is there. So from 1992. The MPP were having 46 pages of their manifesto, and the NDC were having 36. And you can see that there is an asterisk over here, which means that it was NDC who won that election. I think 1990 it was Edu Buahin, that was for MPP, and the NDC was Flight Lieutenant. Kufuor, right?
Yeah, Kufuor's era.
Against
what's it?
Atamils.
Yes.
It was against Atamils. So I think Kufuor won that election, and let me say MPP won that election under the leadership of John Ejekum Kufuor. So we're young 2004. So 2004 MPP was no. The 48 the crowd seems it's too many. So let's reduce it a little bit, and then let's see if Ghanaians still have confidence in us. So they reduced their number of pages of their manifesto from 48 to 45, and then yes, still they retain the seat under the leadership of the same J.A. Kufuor. And NDC also said no. 76 now, and so I think they say, Ghanaians will change their mind and then vote for us. And they call 103, and so and to me, Emma NDC Honor Ghana for us, you move to Akunya, almost sign to Emma MPP more almost sign Etna Akunyana. So that
but wait, before you move on, it's like you see, if any government is coming to pass president, the years they are given is 8 years maximum. If 4 years and then afterwards another 4 years. So don't you think that's the same thing? Because if you look here, it's 8 years.
Yeah, it's 8 years.
This year, this side is 8 years. Yes, this side is also 8 years. So don't you think that's the reason why it's like that?
And I almost said Ghana for Usha, I quite say, your mouth 4 years a person. Your mouth for
Yes, we want to give you the 8 years.
Ghana for as a year.
So can there be a time where we'll take, for instance, if this party is in power for 4 years and then he's overthrown by a different political for just 4 years, he sat for just 4 years? Can that be a possible time like that where we'll have some
Okay, I think we will come to that because if you look at this year's election that is coming up, you see the heat is on.
Yeah.
Whether MPP or MPC is going to
retain the seat
or be overthrown, you see. So we are looking for it because and from this stage we will be moving on to the theme of their manifesto theme that helped them to win the election. I think the theme also counts.
Yes,
the theme also counts. So I think we will go there. We will go there and see if the theme or it is the person who is contesting for that political party. We will look to that. So I think we were at 2008, right?
Yes, 208.
Yeah, so 208 and MPP decided to increase their number of pages of the manifesto. They lost, and then the NDC reduced it from 103 to 97, and then they won the election. So from 2008,
that was the era of his late President Mills.
And I think within that year, that was the when he passed away, right?
Yes, that's it.
The former president.
No, he passed away somewhere 2012.
Yes, and
he passed away.
His vice, that's John Dramani Mahama. Going to the second quarter with the Tamuma so AKA yeah, and also 2012 and so MPP said no. I think we should increase the number of our pages a bit and see if we will also win this election. And as you can see, 8 years, 8 years, 8 years. So NDC came with 76 pages and they won the election with 76 pages of their manifesto. They won the election. So this is how the various elections that has been held in this country looks like from 1992 to let me have the 2016 in place. 2016.
But looking at it from this angle, don't you think that this year's election the NPP will take it again? Because 8 years, 8 years, 8
so
years.
you should say you can say your amount 4 years. Yes, I had a 4 account. Your amount 4 years. Yes, I had a 4 account.
No matter what happens, we'll add a 4 to it.
And you to me, because no matter what happens.
Because shut up,
It's
8888.
It's 8 years.
We're doing actually. Yes, we're booming actually.
Maybe this year, maybe the difference is bad year.
We're doing actually. Whatever part Mahama says, Atawe your best was say. Like I say, you're trying to talk on your course, or no, you're Albania, you're trying to talk on you for the first time. If you are to appoint, it's in case you can balance. And only show us.
Yeah, if you
set a phone, yet to make us say, I'm all phone to be assigned for about the council.
My yes, our question. Over address president, but I know the president's not count. Maybe an ex-president or former president's not count. Why?
His Excellency is very,
yes,
very important.
It's very important.
Because for you to be there, no matter, it's not
easy. 1 billion each year,
So please let me have the 2016 on, and then we will move on to the winning manifestos with their themes. So if you look at 2016 also, MPP had 180 pages and NDC had 80 pages, but yes, still this time around the larger number of pages won this election. Yeah.
Pages are endorsed. And
almost the number of pages we need MPP for. What I say? Yeah, MPP now. Almost the larger number of pages of their manifesto at the winning election. It's in Sa Pepe and it is. So we'll be moving on to the
but first themes in Babano. Oh, as I say, MPP is in power this time, and we are going to elections December. And then don't you think that because the party be back 4 years now, the man be another the Obaba anyway, and to know to me, we are not joking. Yes, I be another next party.
Do you know something? Not too long ago, I think the MPP were saying that former President John Dramani Mahama has endorsed 4 more for Nana because when he was speaking, he said that if there's a certain party on par, you see, the very 4 years that we give that person is not enough for the person to complete all his promises or his will. So the person has to be given another 4 more years for the person to continue and then finish whatever they promised Ghanaians. And the MPP were saying that John Dramani Mahama has endorsed 4 years, 4 more for Anna. And if you look at it critically, you can see that that's what he's saying.
Yes.
Or you don't agree with yes?
Yeah. And so I think it's right saying.
Yes. 4 years now.
So I think this is what they should do. Because if you know that no, but we all know it's a Ghanaians, they will give you the 8 years. But then you have to make the promise in such a way that you will be able to complete it within the 4 years. So if Ghanaians see that no, all the promises that this person promised us, he has been able to fulfill it, then why don't we give him another chance to continue? You understand? So I think that
yes, we want pages and I am the manifesto pages. When you be about it, the about me to see a mammy who say, or more dear and laws, no meaning say, or faka crapa, why be that? Or bet so into me fast as a 48 pages no the buyer and the next one the fast 46 about 2 and 3 so 46 now or ye ugusu ye kakra bi pe na Ghana for him say onye ye nti e ma na kunya na baba ye na me fast say what dey wo ye ma wo dey 68 na buy wo mi wasa dey bia ba be pere so wo nti den next just as a be prebe no within 4 years wo betimi aye nti e be strong say Debbie, a moment I say I'm 8 years. Wouldn't say the Albayano. We na me come with me, I can't have a pepe. Nay, and from all about the if you no word on us watching you, Yam said, yeah, it's me, you will be better.
That has what has been raining for the past number of years since 1992. So
His Excellency, FS, former president, that goes here, only for was no way, assume says so far as a Nipan or being your lady, and the net to us.
Yeah, what's now 8 years?
The reason I'm coming,
the same party.
But so can I say Mahama, former president, Mahama, 4 years now. He lost. You can. What I say, but already. Mills the end they've got to be 8 years. But the Kawemua, John Dramani Mahama alone, 4 years now. He lost. My other all the account was a woman who's already a count as a woman who is free. But then no, it's that all can the same part.
And so can we say that he deserved 4 more years? Who? Former President Mahama.
Oh, what chance have you said no? Because there may be an imam here and maintain a year. Projects be over. If you look at their manifesto, well, there are some of projects be more cars, or when we are more bar, omo eba to us and I'm also the promises be also more ntimi anya omo obey they are coming to fulfill it. That's the reason why I think the NDC gave him the chance to be the flag bearer of that party again. Do you understand?
Yeah. Na so mo mo di ko youth ne side more and coming in say nke baby echire e be kase we faili cause mebunu ne do so mo man mu enti wa ba na wo ye ndwuma ne bebredi ama mebunu na almost ne beto aba ma wo.
So are you trying to tell me that MPP is going
yes,
to
she wants to speak for
if you look at NAPCO more than
men kan say but men kan say so mo hwe sa angle na ka beboa ene for one dey beto ama wo.
Some they look at it because it's in their manifesto.
So why na mebunu ne su adwuma.
Yeah, because
so
if you take time and go through the manifesto, you see what is promised.
I won't be promise no, but edwuma ne no so sa edwuma na ko edwuma ko no ko ba ababo mebunu bebrebe mo ye edwuma ye but still e bi mu ofie.
We are saying it will nko bi asa.
Oh, na so se meya mo bi a wa ka se meya me bi me de bi because obi ato aba obi anto na bi jaye yen na ye to aba.
Okay,
so that for me na nko mama a next time so let's na fie.
If you go into the NDC manifesto, they are saying that when they come, they will make sure that free SHS is free. They are going to continue what the MPP started, but they will extend it to the private sector in deprived areas. So are you telling me that if you have to be in favor,
yeah,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oka said deprived areas. There's an area that are not deprived.
And you will be crowd or quack page man. A bit cheska, being cheska. Don't cheska that is a money power. Well, Uber cheska that is a winning more beer.
I think maybe the reason why the NDC is saying that because if you go to the rural areas, for instance, and yet Ubia never been yes, school and in private schools, no school fees is not all that much as compared to the urban cities. You understand? In India, that's the reason why in NDC for casse. So when extending the free SHS to the private sector, it will only be at the deprived areas. Maybe that will be. I don't know their reason.
But it will spark mixed reaction among people. Because if you can say, and
the question is, can they really do it? Because private school, let me take this school for example. I think it's at Malam. I've forgotten the name of the school. They pay dollars.
Is it a senior high school?
Yeah, dollars. So how are we going to pay this private schools? How are we going to pay these private schools?
Someone kind of
charging dollars. But a private school let me take Angel Educational Complex for instance. Ideal College.
Yes.
But it's high.
It's very high. We are $4. We are $1 with the best designers can we do. But we the $4 na.
Say, Ideal College, you know. Yanity is almost in cities and $1.
Even if it is cities, almost fees no high. I buy the bit in your teacher's scan. You wait me, Montessori for plans on my almost on my. You know, I don't have this kind of task in the end.
Normally, schools now, in collab baby time, who on my 3 months.
The toddlers.
1 month, getting we are German. Normally, almost feed me a journey in Dallas.
It's say, and these workers, they are going to extend the free SHS to the private sector in the deprived areas. Yeah, maybe you can go back room now. The kind of fees and go for channel. Maybe I don't know. And this rose, and maybe that's the reason why you just say, but one day we try and get some fee and then you come and explain things to us. Because
I don't say, Cecilia, yeah, and I was in school, and I said, if I said, into my pediment, baby, teacher. And you'll be a bit favor. And one have come to see an abana or yes, one mammy sika men tom. Was on him so bad, being your one. Dear, a drum by an own your being in general Begisca. Nippers a sort of man or what woman doing influence me, or don't want to send it up with party, with failure or minor. Now so Caco Benny do one. Yentino or better what woman. A banner to a money turning to us. You're cheer to us, young way. Oh, you say, do man will banner your bed to me. I wouldn't say I had on the meet me. No, I yet your boy may no. And my name, where I said, Ube Felia may actually be Cacra or one son. Yatwama. A palace and I am going to yet to me. I would also form a home when you meet me. And yet, for by a man, some of the Bepamon, Sada Becono. Won't Yapon go find that Susie, yes, a better son and what?
You know, I think that concerning this issue, so 1 billion these parliamentarians and the presidential I think that we will try and get the communication director for APC and then try and speak to him. The reason why they are saying that the electoral commission should reduce that amount of money so that they will be able to contest for this 2020 election. So I think we will try and see if we will get in touch with him and then we will speak to him and then know the reason why they are, because when the first car they were trying to yet also I think I will leave the baton to you. So
okay, so producers, whilst we are still discussing the year and then winning manifestos, if the similarities between the NDC and
I think the winning manifestos has to come first because the themes.
Yes, the themes.
The themes are very important.
We would like to touch on the themes first before the similarities come.
Yeah.
So we see if there's slight difference or there is no difference at all. Or because some of the and we know there's a difference because NDC and MPP is doing free SHS and then NDC is like when they come to extend it to private schools and some tertiary. So you see, it's quite
and then
different.
Technical institutions near day in tertiary institutions near be free. Admission near be free.
Because if and it was MPP who launched their manifesto first before the NDC, and that's the reason why the MPP say that the NDC has smuggled some of their promises into their manifesto.
So do you think had the NDC launched years earlier before the NPP did, was it that's similar?
It will be vice versa.
Okay.
And definitely they're going to talk about it. We know NDC, we know MPP. We know them very well.
That's all my omu ina nim dia yepe. Inti dia meme pe no. A wonim se we say no pe. Wo waka na no nche se ma me so menka. Ni so mka ne sa so a.
Okay. I think this thing is ready, so I think we will go through and then see. We'll first go to the NDC owns, and after that we go to the MPP. Then we do the comparison and see if there is a similarity between the MPP and the NDC manifesto. So this is NDC manifesto on education sector, and for avoidance of doubt, the pages have been indicated. So it's really from page 68 to 75. So if you are watching and you're also listening to this, you can cross-check if you have the manifesto. You can also cross-check and see that I'm not lying, and this is from it's vivid. You understand? So I think we should move on and then
to the next slide.
Yes, let's move to the next slide and then So if you take the NDC manifesto, I think they have this thing over there, 7.2.1, 7.2.2 up to
not a page number.
No, the page number is there, but you will still see this one.
Okay. And
that was the reason why I was saying that for avoidance of doubt, if you can go and cross-check this and see that whatever we are saying here is not from our own. We have also done our research and then brought out this thing. So you can't say that this thing is from our own. No, you can go or you can visit the manifesto and see that we are not lying. So if you go to page 68, and if you take their manifesto, you see this is how they have arranged it under teacher incentives. And if you go down, they have the secondary education, the tertiary.
Okay.
You see, that's how the NDC have arranged their manifesto. And that's the reason why I also brought this under teacher incentives. And if you go to the A, the NDC has said they will revisit and make functional the agenda of providing special incentive for teachers who accept posting to rural and deprived communities. And you see, if you remember, when some teachers are being posted to deprived, let me say the villages, they don't want to go because maybe the amenities, the social amenities they also obey or more enjoy.
Yes,
they won't get it. So the MPP are saying that they will revisit the functional agenda and make sure that those teachers who are being posted to the various villages will also go because of the incentive that they're going to give to them.
And so I think because of the incentives, teachers will now want to be posted to places like that because
And if you go to the E, they are saying that they will restore automatic employment of newly trained teachers. This is what the NDC is saying. And if you go to the K, they are saying that reinstate the payment. This is what the problem is. Reinstate the payment of responsibility allowances to teachers. And if you remember, 2016, the NDC cancelled the nursing and teacher training allowance. But this time around, they are saying they will reinstate the payment of responsibility allowances to teachers.
Maybe he has realized that if he doesn't do that, it won't help. So if he does it, it will help the people, and probably will get him the vote. Sweet talk people into voting for him. Something like that. That's what this politician used to do.
Okay, let's move on to the next slide, please, and let's see what the NDC also have for us. Yeah, if you move to page 69, that's 7.22 under basic school education, as I was telling you. Yeah, if you go to the K, this is what the NDC are saying, that if definitely they win this election, or if Ghanaians vote for them, that's what they're going to do. Increase engagement with schools through community, regional and district offices, traditional and religious leaders. Efficient use of existing structures.
So unions amongst others.
Yeah, unions among others. Thank you very much for the correction. Commitment and more efficient use of existing structures. And once the traditional and the religious things has come in, definitely they are talking about counseling and guidance to the various schools. You also go to the MPP one and see if they had similar thing. The N is saying that they will restore Arabic studies, which have been taken out of the new curriculum by the MPP, and proceed to recruit Arabic teachers, thereby lifting the current ban. But the MPP is also saying that the Arabic education is there, but here the NDC are saying that
it's not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
So
which is which? Please, let's move to the next slide and see what the NDC also have for us. So if you look at 7.2.3, that's page 70, under the secondary education, the J is saying they will promote the use of IT and provide free Wi-Fi in schools to enhance the performance of students. The NPP also had similar. We'll come to that. The K is also saying they will provide students and teachers with free tablets loaded with relevant content to facilitate teaching and learning. This is fantastic.
I think so far I like this promise. I'll go and get a uniform and then go back to school.
Go to tablets.
But still, you better go school.
I know when you tablet, need free Wi-Fi.
So the money we are seeing, calling the name was that be about for any boarding. But now I think a bunting on neighbor from I think they will be able to provide it to the teachers and the students as well. Maybe I can't have another boy. We want to my teacher my side.
And I want to say, you may put on my to be beautiful. Discounts also. So we tune be bringing what we buff better one.
And I think this thing will be directed to the tertiary level because SHS is there.
Relevant content facilitating. Yeah, you know what to use it for.
I'm not sure what you use it for. Yes, school
and I think that they will
be supervised to use.
Yeah.
When him says school one mananga side na one phone, you move phone a different wisdom. Into this one, you better say, you bet your phones no go. You bet your phones no go. To say, I'm running one at the child mom and I said,
phones on there, I think it's not even allowed.
But tablets, they are
not tablets. Yeah, it's here. Some show me a call. And I'm fine. You say this show me a call. Into the say, they are mark. I wouldn't do best. You soon have classroom one of my most senior than a year. No one said of a conafa. Maybe answer myself when I can so I call 7 years ago tablet. Now, talk on Facebook or they have better.
No, I think this time around, it's not going to be there. They just go Facebook. No, or much of that I say curriculum. Maybe at this time we may see a life cycle of plants. I don't know, I'm loading with them. You can't find a baby apart from what you see. That's it. Okay, so let's move on. And also, they are saying that if you look at the eye, they will provide computer laboratories for all secondary schools. I think that one there is already there, but I think if you see the account there, and if you go to the they are saying they will provide residential facilities in schools to accommodate teachers and education staff. This is what the NDC is saying. And if you go to the various, I think some of the schools doesn't have bungalows.
Yes, no.
Most of them.
Yes,
They are few maybe.
And then in those that have the bungalows, the rooms are not. Some teachers are in the bungalow, some come from their houses to and fro. So if they can get a bigger bungalow that will contain all the teachers, yes, that would be better.
So this is a good initiative by
vocational madam, school say vocational madam no. Dormitory prefect in the my boys teacher boy do offshore boys house master house master planning the dine with school a headmaster vocational madam any the offshore boys in the so nipa me say we pay the water in California na one rent your mother into the so be say bad and kebe tibashi and before so they almost.
Okay, so please let's move on to the next slide and see the next line of action. Yeah, this is under technical and vocational education training. The NDC are saying that this is the one, it's only A. Yeah. They will provide free TVET, that's technical and vocational education and training, at the secondary and tertiary levels. But the NPP are also saying that the free SHS covers the TVET. So why is the NDC are saying that they will provide the secondary school?
Maybe they think it doesn't cover.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. So please let's move the next slide, and that's 7.2.4 because of avoidance of doubt.
Yeah.
If you revisit the NDC manifesto, you will find this over there. This is page 74 under tertiary education, and the D is saying that they will establish free Wi-Fi zones in all public and private tertiary education. I think this one there is already there, right? The Wi-Fi.
I have a point here. You see, if you know what I'm saying, if these students are provided the tablets, and then there's going to be Wi-Fi available. So if the tablets are not provided, what are they going to use the Wi-Fi for?
But that would be at the computer lab.
Computer lab.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Computer lab.
Yeah.
Maybe probably for research and stuff. And so they can also have access to it on their.
This one here, I'm coming. Okay.
Say you did tablets and you be man because obi wo ho no mo anya men say so betwe busu ko betwe busu.
They have to supervise. Say their tablets, no. It won't be something personal. It will be a school something.
Let me cast it. There was some small machines here. They say they are pump of machine here. Tom and Kola the diagro. Who's a wishemwa? Would be funny be apart from the diagro.
Yes.
So I pumped up DVD player. You will have with the film. Would be funny be what I say. Anyway, the board game one so.
Say your program and the
that's how. It is international money problem grab. What if the E is saying that provide free laptops to tertiary students to participate in virtual classes? And I think 2012 former president nursing for no
you'll be at the
it will be not the picture from a tree. Yeah, you know. So I don't say teacher for the much then a Paramodisiano, a mamma free laptops. I'm going to share dear. The Uko school now. So anything we need here, who goes to our own laptop? It's said the government is going to provide you with.
But so far, Osha promises our manifesto.
And
it's convincing too. It's convincing.
Free by one. A unity as you see now, a good for the bets now. At that time, and Colano, on my school for no margin, they say, be a free just now, Benton. Or Munchiashi, a grabber, Uffy, and Crahano Moko, a 15 months at the stake, and the just in high technical and polite, and Crano Banos on the Ghana must go back. And the Ghana must go to Diana Cacran woman or buy us and a man, Mr. Free as it is. It's the government, the money trap, a money chocolate, a money be at 1 into your course, come on, let's say, ya Jenny in Yamanis was said, on the Yaman Kayam. It's so now more than my some flame.
And this is the reason why the NDC is saying that if you look at their manifesto concerning the education, they're saying that they're going to reduce the burden on parents because you won't say free, so you're free, sir. That's what the NDC is saying.
Make come once a minute and yan shall see. Once a night, yes, I buy a national.
But definitely the government won't buy a trunk for you, but that one
a bedroom baby, no, a bedroom baby, no, okay. And that's what I was told you about
the fact that it's free doesn't mean you're the government.
I did Buhani a shasha and say, maybe say again to me impossible. As if I have to laptop, I'm only the Nankan Panka.
If you go to the Curia, say maintain the status quo with regards to payment of allowances for teachers and nursing trainees. I think that the other one is saying you're going to reinstate it, but here they are saying they are going to maintain the status quo, meaning if they are able to meet any MPP, because MPP is doing it, so if they maintain it, that's what they are saying.
Just almost assume you.
And the other one contradicting, okay, please let's move on to the next slide. Let's going to be please so we can also touch on time. So please let me have the next slide and then see how we go about it. Or if that's so, then you move on to the MPPs. And after that, we do the reason and see if it is similar as we are saying or not. So far, this is what the NDC
For Ghanaians.
Free laptops, Wi-Fi zones, bungalows, and also maintenance as well of the teacher training allowance. So there's no projects. But so far, our educational sector promises no more.
Yeah, but some school because I say, if you're school and you're going to be ever. Oh, Debbie, but who say you was prior was school Kurano? Naka BEC near dear, so you're near Johnny, my head. And I say, what man, I'm going to do. A Kurano wide. Crying wide school, some education, why first is the Naka school fees near dear John soon. And you're putting your queen interest school fee and tray exams. And so, the education, I'm a baby, my book, or I'm a beer into school. Why?
If you can check the TV for us, we have some few seconds. So that thank you very much. So, as we're still waiting for, the NPP's version of their manifesto, we would like to look at the teacher municipalities, probably see what the constitution of Scotland looks like, some of the things, the free stuff that doesn't know in the constitution. Yeah, I think most there is nothing to this. This is in the constitution. It's the responsibility of the government to provide free
First,
education. So this
it is
not
what was that? Northern region. Now, schools is a baby, no, a
for the
free.
reason that they don't like books. So that's what he is.
Baby, a free. I know Ponko Dan chain, but not an only war who was Cassam. But on my way and on one bay. Among what?
That's why they're free.
Not among I say, a palom party at the anything. A ball, Lenny, and what's in him? Which you in Baba Plana and got one Paladis maybe the next year, but we swore on one for Sena. Quantity free in it here. I feel the Benya put them near it to the cream. I just say, Bia Benya Queen and Pusquin, Bia the Opus or Bia, and you should do now. There will be a bearman to Bia. I come.
I think so, because it is in the constitution, say education, free education, free. Internal government schools will be
and yeah, you can be at two books, Brad Meyer, you do for Bia.
Article 25 and 19, 16, I think that education should be free, the basic, the secondary, and even if possible, the tertiary level, because that's what the constitution is urging our leaders to do, but they're not doing it. Yeah, before I buy away.
And what one was saying,
It looks like that of this 88 hospitals that the president mentioned. During the time, so quickly, I think that the MPP's going this one, so let's tackle that one and then see if there is, if the MPP's going and the ND's going are similar as you are saying. I think the one who do the research is saying, yeah, it's going to be 18 rural areas, it will give them incentives so that they will also have the level of alignment for the job. If you compare it to the smart seven, it is the same thing.
Said the other night, I'll pay the woman. Many may say, winning day, she shake here. Only more. I am similar, never similar. Ah, it's a woman would do a bit to me. I hear. Who would do a bit to me? Because, yeah, Papa, former president, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. But I want to say, no, say, start training allowances, both teachers and nurses, own chia, and then chia, and china. A Kufado, President Kufado, Bass, say His Excellency, or by his own chia. And what I say, and what any council here, and what any council here, His Excellency Samba Fire. And one put the back and say, chum, and for Dante. In this is Siano. Yeah, trying to say they are all young, yeah, but man, at was one. I say they were what's nature for correction. And I bet shall say, Ombra no many, it's linear to the ya. At 20 ya. One will be one as at wash.
So if you go to promise number 97, where you are, restore teacher training allowance. I think it has been over years. If you take the MPD manifesto, if you take the number of promises, if you go to the next slide of the promise, what we have done so far is also there. So if you take this promise number 97, you see that restored. You understand? So if you have the MPD manifesto, if you go to see this one, right? And that promise number 97. And if you compare it to the NDC on page number 68K, they will say that they will reinstate the teacher training.
Rofanani assistant of my
Roughly again, if you must reinstate, restore, but then it has been restored already.
So bit to me, you know, be a yen.
So you can bring
Airport near the secret, be say, baby, goodness in the forefront, you know, possibility in the world.
you can bring in your comments and then let us also know what you also feel about this. If though it's similar, or whether they have smuggled, whether they have still some of the MPPs manifesto here, as things like that. I think what I was saying, that the MPP says, I'm studying most of their promises. So let's move on to the next slide and see if indeed the NDC has smuggled some of the MPP promises. So whilst we are waiting for the next slide, then okay, I think it's ready. Promise number 97. The MPP are saying that they will restore allowances paid to Arabic Islamic instructors under the National Volunteer Service Program. And you see, if you go to the NBC manifesto, page 68, I think that's page 94. Here, they are saying the Arabics that have been banned, yet it has been taken away by the FSP. So when they come, they restore it. But the MPP are saying that if already restored it already, it has been taken away. Then why is that going to restore allowances for the people who teach the same Arabic and saying it has been banned? And if you go, as I was indicating, I was telling you, it has been restored. If you take the MPP benefit, you see it over there. I think it's time maybe that we go through that one to see. But yes, it's like they're playing their mind. So I don't know.
Am I funny? They have been doing the dear boss. I was so mouse a Ghana for your near down.
Okay, so you're coming to make
Until they be a cassa, what can I do? Was on him said, way no kind, but one man. And you look at and this is work. Oh, when you get back, you will be so on was a dear CBN. Some of your phone yet the omupo, someone you're the omupo, or with you, which is a banner sass when you find. Obinya, so you couldn't plan or what can you say? Make me not a fence, brass.
promise number 103, the MPP are saying they will implement a free SHS policy on universal basis. It also covers technical, vocational, and education trainers, TVET. But the NDCs are also saying that they are going to also mandate even free. Meanwhile, it's free already. So what are they telling us?
Nasadia bia obi ye na omo betu aso a ana say bia de nipa ne ye no onye ni ye nti ono ba be ye ni ya nti no so wo de ba so be ni ya na eniema a wo be ye no kwan ya wo be fa so ye no wasa ma ye hu ama ye tu ama wa ne hu ni so wo so be ni say nti e ba ne say ne wa ye ne sa ama ye admission fee, book nursing and technical in a be free. Admission fee. So and promise back at the
MPP are saying that increased amount of loans under the student loan scheme, and it has been increased by 50% and ranges from 1,500 Ghana cedis to 3,000 Ghana cedis. And I think this is the NEC also set up about the monthly end. I said later you pay every different number of visiting and I'm giving up. But the NEC will be so. Yeah, no, so there's some also. They can file student loan. And that's what the NEC has said. Except for student loan national service. Because the national service, if you're national service, and then you go through that is when the permission things. Yeah. Also, you're able to service, then they'll be taking.
but there be student loan wo ho. You student loan wo ho no mo a sometimes we go school betimi akoje. Student loan wo ho no wo go school a betimi akoje na ni e go school na we start with service to say dia wo Kenya and I say we start in Juma na we see.
Promise number 100, they are saying it very effective in professional guidance and counseling service to people. And I think the NEC maybe should do that. But I'm telling you, I can cry. Now, I think what I'm going to do guidance and counseling for them. Yes.
Bible is no.
But the Bible even says that for us, that is already starting all our swap.
Yes, say nasa upani ya collection one to where is the class service yes was so we is going to say na with it.
I think let's move to the next slide and see another promise that the MPP, that the new patriotic party also have. This one is a
Even professional guidance and counseling service to people, and I think that one is already there because what's if not, so I think they and church in every other one, and
Yes,
can be. correction to na mu twa mo na
yeah, but teacher Bible and yeah, dear my if you crave your video. Would you say I'm a son who will work over to me?
We say nyamesam ye obi se me ka abrantie bi ana kwa so dem na no kwa so no hu say I watch you was so them the watch was very beautiful and then so this watch I will take it to my house. It will bomodi akọ fa twede nse na boso se wo ma fa so na watch na boso so de o mu so ma so da nti o tu watch no for the watch ni ko fi kwa na so pese masa where are we taking the watch? Branson was saying God's time is the best. You need to put time in your course. And I was before now.
God's time is the best.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's this promise number 111. Yes. So they said they will ensure teachers who upgrade their qualification and skills are promoted promptly.
And their salary increase take immediate effect. And the NDC has said that ensure that teachers are being recruited, the new teachers are being recruited. So they do it's going to take effect. Teachers in the government sector should get benefit from this. Yeah. Students in the government schools. It's the NDC who has any extend it to the private sector. They should add it for me answer the teachers in the private schools. But make sure
Kadi obetimi e be yasin se obeka dia Ghana for bedwin se wedi omuhwemu
I think they find a way to collaborate with the private sector so that you also get the chance.
ana omuni makwan a omo ankasa be fa so edi omudwuma nti wonya aka ne die oni enim kwan be fa so edi ne dwuma ya ye pa ne sa ana wo hu se oman ni problem na e ba ko oman ni problem na be free baby ama meka ho esu ne se adechi adesa na ebi ba ase so ebi fufo bi yiniti but say ye share problem in na e ba ko okwa education sector ye problem ba ko okwa ba ko intene saa no mbeka we aka inte be se fama me na metimi ai wo so fama me na metimi ai ntino eno na ede be yi wati ase oman ni problem na ye ba
Probably call infrastructure. There might be similarities with in their health sector. There might be similarities with
yeah no dear problem ni na ye ba nti e kasa we ya for we de we ya she we de we aka wa we aka problem ni ye ba nti obi a prese ye be na kunya ne se on maye sa na de na kwaye nti ni na be me ye nso aso
You can bring in your comments and then be part of this show because the essentially is always quite big. It's media physical system which you have number of manifestos and every elections and the manifesto of media and can bring your comment and be part of this show as usual. They used to say part of this show, part of this show. Is that something? Part of this show. Promise 113 say ensure that all teachers have ICT competence. And here the NDC are saying they provide the teachers on laptops. No, listen. If I'm going to use ICT, that's information
communication technology
you'll be using mobile phone, smartphone,
ICT
tablet, it's ICT, laptop.
yeah
So I think it's what they say. That is
there be way no
okay, if there's going to be distribution of free laptops, then the teachers are going to coach the students who have fair enough. But so if you don't have any knowledge about things, and I still how much you get laptops.
ye be chere nkona
That's what this for the teachers are
ye be chere o ne sa chere fo ne die e wo bia ne de okosua ne school but aba na critical so no be chere nkona ne die de o mo be fa ntitiye mu e de o be fa ntitiye mu ansa
yeah, more to see an essay, yeah, things like yeah. If you go to promise number 115, this is they will provide appropriate and adequate infrastructure and learning facilities to accommodate expansion and ensure conduct
ama yɛagye no ankɔ so deɛ kyerɛkyerɛ mu anka ɛsi hɔ korɔ no asɛ mesɔfo bɛka kyerɛ sɛ monte borɔfo deɛ motia ne sɛ praise the Lord hallelujah the way yɛdane borɔfo no kakra na yɛyɛ sɛ wɔyɛ aka de foforɔ but nkyerɛmu no yɛ baako pɛ.
Okay, so let's move. I think we don't have much time as science limited, so that we can finish this one very soon and then go to other things. Yes, promise number 1 was they say you collaborate with NAT and then NAGRAT and others to facilitate in affordable housing scheme for teachers. This is the foundation.
We put the I say we put it clear. Salaries now rent at the end of the day, no not. But so what shall you make? Plus. Sisi a wukura a year advance kwa nipa no onje emfa ma. Nti aba ne sane enwanu no beye adwuma saa no makukuru sika kakra bosumi obenya afimu no obenya ebusuafo ho ho be hye omo. Nti otete ni na awia na ode nkaye nyina poma efie wura. What's your say? Who sent us up on the secret in our data? To some level, beer, and can only never what was a common a best of room, and no correct, but I don't remember mine up anymore. I was a son, young man on Moshe. Obi to miss a year was a single room self contained 350 cities a month. A month. And then was a son, your money in a requirement from our home, or just on your money now. Or just on your money now. It was shown all those when I was so die. And I will not told that Tiani again will go do die so on. A church said day, a day in the other talker. It's a cabotek as you would be see, and I thought it's a cabotek as our bedroom for. And then I remember when you would see dying. Oh, to us a son, Yamana, almost sharing the Bama minor putting him, cause Missy Cammy to your dying can is, and then a million being found to your tax. He had been found more would be so a full Mom was going to be called with him. Internet Oklahoma was scapa, but on Mobia, and maybe because a baby, if you're ready, it was a 40 way. At the end of the day, all you be found more Piasso. Silence here.
I think we should move on to the next slide and see what PPOs has president. I think the promises are succulent and fleshy. Promise number 118, they are saying they will collaborate with the private sector to provide free Wi-Fi coverage to senior secondary schools and tertiary institutions. I think this one has counted on that. We just want us to go
possible. If school with the I never say PFF. Was a movie on me, a school that Wash and no said the wash and aqua. And a 1 billion
Promise number 120, they are saying they will introduce Arabic as an optional language to be taught and examined at JHS and SHS levels. Meanwhile, the NDC are also saying that this Arabic has been taken away by the MPP, but they are saying that they will introduce Arabic as an optional language. You see,
French.
Promise number 121, the NPP is saying that wherever possible, provide facilities to enable disabled children to be integrated within regular schools. The NDC also giving that those students who are disabled are also going to give them some incentives which will help them to also stay very well. And even in other places, that's tertiary students who are disabled, 50% of their fees. It is not similar to this.
Papa, you more pro ya.
In that the similar capital is the same years. Well, the betterment of this is what we are looking at. If you do it as you are saying, yeah, the country will move on. But make sure the Wi-Fi will extend it to
Various houses.
Okay, promise number 120. They are saying that curriculum approved and rolled out. Discussions ongoing for distribution of tablets, JHS, and SHS students. Wow, this is so late.
Say, yeah, say. The young citizens who soon again never move.
And that will be a better because most people will be
I can't share my
Sometimes we say if you have put it to point and you know what to do with it, what are people with you?
Yeah, over any day. And the bad man call and won't say school for it normally. I have promises now. And she said the mom won't say, you bra a former president JJ for say JA for sorry, JA for so pass not to check in crack the man school for Sana a papa at a most so bass one sooner or to check crack any identity and never be one moment we are sent a face just no any JHS no mamma nae a dear beer. It's no almost to chair near my intino. School for any and quantity. A young bomb for
These are the various promises that the NDC and the MPP So 1992, the National Democratic Congress, under the leadership of Flight Lieutenant, former President Jerry John Rawlings, plus Papa J. Junior Jesus, Kumanini, the theme was continuity and stability. Let's see this way. They were able to win the election times. So please let's move to the next slide and then let's see. In 1996, the National Democratic Congress were able to obtain the seat with 35 pages. I think I've talked about one already. And the thing was always for people, always for federal government. So I think that was 1996. So let's move on to 2000. I think it's a sign of crap, and I before they were so bad that I was able to go through. You see, the thing was agenda for positive change, and they were having 48 pages, and then they were able to be in this election under the leadership of former President, His Excellency John Adikun. Please let's go to the next slide and see the next party who won that election. So you see the number of pages that is going on by here. See that? It's like a graph. What's the sum? Everybody, we had 2020 to give us now after you but I'm not going to have the next slide here, but it's obvious that we're going to take because in 2004, the new Parliamentary Party were able to retain the seat. Positive change. That was positive change. Chapter 2. And it was having 45 pages, and the MPP retained the seat. So please let's move on to the next slide and later of leadership of JA. The new Democratic Congress assumed power and English name. National Democratic Congress. Sorry. A better Ghana, investing in people, job, and economy. 97 pages, you see. Pages in the election. That was 2008. Under the leadership of Professor Atta, the late Professor
Fifi Atta.
Fifi Atta Mills, my uncle. Atta. Very good. Let's move on. Let's try. 2012, National Democratic retained the seat with the theme of advancing better Ghana. It was having 76 pages under the leadership of Omofefo. Yes, that going down is a His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama. So let's take a look at 2016. The new Patriotic Party assumed power again. And then the theme was change agenda for jobs, creating prosperity and equal opportunity for all. And I think this time around, the larger number of pages on the elections. See, under the leadership of that is a promise. Let's go to 2020 and see who wins this 2020 election. And the thing is, the thing for MPP, the NDC is job, prosperity, and more. The people manifest, we don't keep it short on passing there. And our MPP was the leadership of service, protecting our progress, transforming Ghana for all. There's a name on my and this time around, NDC is having 143 pages. Wow! Yeah. Let me see that.
Someone and some normal kinds of really big
116 pages. So the question is, fewer pages in the baby because always there are pages in the fewer elections. This time around, fewer pages in the election. And then grab your and a bit sure. And so that's all for today's edition of Premium TV's election. Like I said, the election. Election having Premium TV. I'd like to thank Miss Florida for subsequent times, somewhere in the course of this week, we'll bring some more of the sectors to the interpreter education sector, probably next time we talk about culture. So stay tuned to Premier TV. My name once again, let's start with Jeff Kafui Joshua. Enjoy the news.
Quanta Road.
Nyam Kani